There's a corner you painted yourself in. I'm not sure what was your intention. Now you're trapped alone on an island, and you can't swim. No, you can't swim. All the windows mocking your sad face as you dwell disgruntled and at bay. Take your paintbrush, create a doorway. That's what I say. That's what I say. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. You're not the quitting kind. You're not the quitting kind. There are drifters painting beside you. They don't see the future that I do. Don't let one small corner define you. It's behind you. It's behind you. Use your paintbrush as a transporter instead of drawing preventive borders. Paint a symphony of supporters. That's an order. That's an order. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. You're not the quitting kind. Of all the people I know who are in places just like you, you're most likely to get through. So keep painting the doorways and do everything your way. No, there are always more ways to. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. Take it nice and slow, my baby. Everything is okay, and you're doing fine. You're not the quitting kind. Quitting kind.
Eh? Okay, hey. Hey. Hey, guess whose microphone didn't fucking connect to the fucking OBS? Hey, guess whose microphone didn't connect to OBS? Mine. Mine didn't. Thankfully, I didn't say anything crazy. Hi. My fucking headset didn't connect. What the fuck? But hi. Hey, hello. We're just hanging out on Settlers again. I'm sorting some stuff out. I'm gonna finish a house. I need to do something with the LAs that I have. So we're just gonna kind of hang out, get some stuff done. Let's see. Doo doo doo. Okay. This is working. This is working. Looks, in the group chat, looks like, some people got some frog. Let's see. Where are the frogs? Ah! I see, I see an adoption has happened. That's a lot of, that's a lot of frogs. It's a baby, though. Oh, I love Allays. Let's see, I didn't do this on stream, but I did make this. I worked on a kitchen. Not that I need a kitchen considering the food situation is frankly quite well handled, but I made myself a little kitchen. We got all this extra space. I took this chunk of area, so now I have the largest amount of square footage in this castle area. I also finished doing this. So now we got fruit and fruit. Move the cocoa beans. We got 2 tall plant. The aloe here, this makes slime balls, which is real nifty. All this, all this, all this. We got extra rails. Okay. Did a little work off stream, but it's been progressing. Definitely gonna need to sort this out a little bit. I'm almost done emptying these bags. Doot, doot, doot. Block reach. What I'm thinking of doing is that I'm thinking of, what's it? I'm gonna probably somewhere under here. I think I'm gonna make a little garden underneath us. That way we just have food that's always being grown, because someone's probably always going to be around, you know? I could probably put the stairs under here, so Zet's going to have to move their bed again. Ow. I took care of the chest monster situation. Right now it's just down to these 3 leftover chests that I gotta sort. Not sure how to sort it, but we'll figure it out. I've also got no idea which caves these 3 correspond to. I think this is nuclear. I assume it's nuclear. It's green. I assume that's abyssal because it's blue. Candy is pink. That's pretty easy. But it's these 3 tablets that I'm not sure about. I could turn something up here into barrels. That way there's just that little bit of extra area. I'll think about it. So I can't really move the... That up there is ceiling, so I can't do anything about that. Could I? Let's see. But hi, how's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing on this fine day? We all doing alright? Everybody doing okay? Is everyone hanging out and doing alright? I know, let's see. Boons and Banes is happening today. I know right now there's a bunch of Boons and Banes, D&D going on. Fuck. So I assume that's going decently well. Like, surely it's going decently well. Surely nothing too terribly bad's going on to the players. Right? Surely not. Surely there's not a massive amount of Banes happening or something. For surely and for truly. Where do I want to put the crafting table? We'll put it here. Okay. What's the light situation? I think we can get rid of the torch. Getting rid of all the candles on the floor. Okay, this is a real dark spot, so this needs a light. I can't have a damn creeper creeping up on my work. I ain't gonna have a damn creeper exploding when I've just finished all my building. I'm not having a damn creeper blowing up my work. Okay, just go over here. Okay, we got this. Honestly, I might expand this middle section a bit more. Can't move it over from there. Like, if I wanted, I could move it over slightly. Let's see, because then... Got the pillar, center, pillar. We'll see. But how's everyone doing? Is everyone doing all right? Let's see. Let this be somewhere kind of obvious. I put another enchantment on my pants. So we got Prot, Unbreaking, Mendon, Swift Sneak, Agility, Sturdiness, and Cloaking. I now have slight invisibility. My boots got wither resistance on, so that's very fun. Big fan of wither resistance. Big fan. Okay, I need to go finish that fucking house. Okay, we're gonna finish. Actually, I need to put music on. It's quiet. It's too fucking quiet. It's just too quiet. It's night. Okay, cool. It does show up on the OBS audio. Radical. Very cool. The fuck is that? What is this? Who built this? Why is there a random pillar of this? Who did this? Fuck's sake. Pillar of bricks? Not even bricks, it's cobblestone! It's cobblestone and cobbled deep slate. Who put this here? Who the fuck? I'm tearing it down. Rude. Let's have silk on. The snow. Okay. This is why I don't like snow. It just, like, it throws off, like, where everything is. Like, I can't see as easily where things are. It's annoying. This is why I don't like building in snowy biomes. You just get all this snow all over the place, and then it's a mess, and then you gotta take care of it. And then you either use a shovel, and then you got all this snow in your inventory, or you're just dealing with everything else, and it's just like a... Alright. Okay, what do we put in our inventory? We need... dark oak. Surely I have logs. I do, thank fuck. Dark oak log. I'm low on spruce. I'm low on spruce. This is not a lot of spruce, and I'm gonna need to get more. Fuck. Like, how do you... like, it's spruce. How do I keep running out of it? You know? I mean, I know how I keep running out of it. Look at these houses. They're mostly made of spruce and dark oak log. This is gonna be an interesting shaped house. But how's everyone doing? Is everyone doing at least decent? I hope everyone's doing at least decent. I'll put the stairs along here. The stair situation is gonna be interesting. I'd love for this to be like on the inner corner, but I can't do that, unfortunately, because there just ain't enough room. I hope everyone's doing alright today. I got like an actual like straight amount of sleep, which is nice considering yesterday I kept getting like maybe 2 hour stints. Like, how do I put this? Yesterday I woke up like 2 hours into sleep, went back to bed, 2 hours into sleep, went back to bed. It was very annoying, and I have no idea why. I was just waking up like that. Let's see, we go about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th up we go. Shoot, alright, has to be... This row up here is supposed to be log. Eh. God, I'm gonna go need to do a... I'm gonna need to go get more Darko, because I'm almost out. That is unfortunate. It's gonna be on the list now. Let's see, I've got to get dark oak, probably some more materials, and then at some point I should probably explore the Alex's caves. Got a few location and we got a few tablets. Just not had the chance to go exploring yet. Hi GQ. Hey GQ, hi. How you doing? How's it going? Hi. I'm assuming you just got up. How you doing? Yeah, I need spruce and I need dark oak. Yeah, I did. That's fair. Gonna turn this off. I need to go get wood. Where is my bag with magnets? This'll do. I shouldn't need 2 bags. I should only need 1. Bring sword. I have assessments every day this week, but after that I can walk in on Arcadia like crazy. Well, good thing no Arcadia's happening, huh? You don't have anything you gotta worry about but your assessments. By the way, how's people been reacting to Fitz? How's people been reacting to it? Lady Maple would rewatch Planet Kiona Switch. Rewatch Leap. How's the response been? Think people like it? Good shit. That's good to hear. But glad to hear people like it. That's always good to hear. I'm committing deforestation. I mean, I guess it's at least decent news you got it done before any more Kionis. Because there's no Kionis happening for a while. I saw that there's like a lot of chapters on it. You got like the other chapters already ready, or are you still writing them? Have them planned but not written? Fair. Yeah, that's fair. I've got... It's almost been... How long since I last posted chapter for fic? Let me go check. Let's see... Posted it a week ago. So another week I'll probably have another chapter ready. Done with Arc 1, so it's on to the training arc, which I just call interludes. I still need to decide what I want to title the first, like, interludes chapter. Like, I haven't decided if I want to, like, put the interludes as something that goes numerical, like interludes 1, interludes 2, or just interludes and then the title. It might just be like interludes and title. Hi, Camp! Hi! Hi, hello, welcome. We're just hanging out and building. Or at least right now I'm committing deforestation because I need materials. But hi! Hi, hello! Welcome. How you doing, Camp? Camp, the first arc of the fic finished. We finally finished the first arc. Oh, I haven't read it? You've got time now. I assume you have time. I hope you do. Yeah, I posted 2 chapters. Twitch chat redeemed for 2 chapters to be posted on one day. Also, you can discuss what Pash figured out now. Pash can tell you what they figured out now. Yeah, I also did stream talking about why I did the things that I did, wrote what I wrote. Which I do probably need to go back and update the thing so that the VOD is linked instead. I'll do that probably after stream or so. Why are there pillagers over here? Where is the stump in here? There you are. There we go. That took care of that. Begone, foul night. What is this? Yeah, camp. Look, I said it before, the horror is not for no reason. I'm gonna take this out and put... I could go for Solus. Gonna turn down my headset so I don't get my ears. Options, sound. Master volume. Turn that off. If the music's too loud, just tell me. Camp, just know that if you have questions, you're welcome to ask. I'm always happy to answer. Oh, you're at the chapter before the finale. Oh. I see. Where the hell's the log in you? Where is this log? Like... Aha. God damn it. There we go. Now it's just over here. Yeah? How you doing there, bud? They're talking about lore? Boring? Nah, let them talk about their let them talk about lore. Nomad, don't you have to go torment Saturn more? Nomad, go torment Saturn. Also, you can keep talking about lore camp. I'm happy to hear it. Go give Saturn hell. At least then Concha might finally be able to pay people. But keep talking about lore camp. I love hearing it. He's already been paid? Yeah, but when is Concha not, like, in debt in some form? Let's be so real. When is Concha not in some kind of debt? Arcadia's probably still got budget issues. I wouldn't be surprised. Guess we're seeing guts? Am I the only late one, or is there anyone not caught up with the fic? I don't know. Well, Pash isn't caught up, but Pash isn't here right now. Let me double check. Yeah, Pash isn't here right now. Just go DM Pash and tell Pash to not come to chat, or so. Hang on. Actually, let me go do that. Alright, DM sent. Look, I don't mind if you're spoiling it. Pash just, like, reads at his own pace. So, warning has been issued if they decide to pop in. Camp, what is it? Rin's always been a god. She's just... This is just the time she's, like, showing herself in the fic. Did you not know? Did you not know? Camp, did you not know this entire time? No? Really? Really? I'm just surprised. My bad, man. It was common knowledge. Her character reference is like public. Her character reference is public. It's on both my art fight and on my Blue Sky. This is probably more dark oak than I'm ever gonna need, but fuck it, we're just gonna keep doing deforestation, I guess. Anything that deep? Watch me discover common knowledge. It's fun, I'm having fun with it. Oh, there's a... Okay, at least someone's getting some entertainment out of it. I'm having fun, I love hearing live reactions to stuff. Where's my sleeping bag? Let me sleep. It's... Oh my god, Boba. Boba Bear. Yeah, fun bit. I'm planning on redoing the, at least some, like, art fight soon, so I'm planning on doing, like, redoing at least, the Arc 2 designs I have on art fight. Alright, Pasha's been warned, Pasha's now aware, go ham camp. Go crazy, yay! Yippee! Like, I don't even need all this wood. What is that? Oh, that's a frog. Look, I'm gonna make this the void plot that happened in the series make sense. I'm gonna make it work. I don't think it worked in the canon series. I'm gonna make it fucking work. I'm gonna make shit actually fucking work. I think it didn't get enough, like, nearly enough of anything, bro. I'd be so real. I don't think it got nearly enough anything in the main series. So I'm gonna make this fucking work. Camp, if you ever need, oh god, I need to actually, like, post my, I wrote a summary document for, seasons 1 and 2 of the originals of the KSMP series. It's 8,000 words, just summarizing each episode. So I really need to just, like, post that as, like, a resource or something. It's not required, but it's just there in case, like, people want to understand the series, but don't want to watch the first 2 seasons, because they are kind of scuffed. Like, if I went into all the reasons they're scuffed, it's just like, ooh boy. Like, there are some writing decisions that are just, yikes. By the way, can y'all hear, like, the music disc music? I hope you can. All of this used to be forest. It is not anymore. I hear music? Yeah, it's a music disc. The backpack mod lets us have music discs and just have it playing on us at all times. Big fan. It's a custom music disc. It's, let's see. It is Solus by T_EN_M. I'm a big fan of it. It's one of my favorite music, like, tracks by the artist. We've also got some Laudavini discs. Big fan of those as well. Little ribbit. But honestly, Solus is kind of just the bop ever. I'll be real, it's kind of the bop ever. Blind spots and it's... Yeah, the blind spots for the gods has to do with how they see the world being interrupted. It has to do with how their omniscience is distorted. Gosh, I need to repair my axe. It's getting kind of trenches. Like, I just have to go to the Enderman farm, but it's so far away. I have to take time. You did! Yeah, they did! The gods have encountered the trio before. Their fate was... Let me put it this way. Their fate was sealed the moment, Concha encountered Rin in the library. Their fate was fucking sealed. The moment, Kay Concha found Rin, his fate was fucking sealed. Like, their fate was sealed that day. Relatively. I mean, we do have another example in that of the coin family. Like, they're not completely rare. It's just not particularly common for, like, all three at once in one group. Yeah. Hang on, let me do something real quick. I can drop some points real quick. I've got stream stuff open on my phone just to, like, keep an eye on things. Oh, how these three yearn indeed, camp. The yearning is real. This is indeed so much fucking wood. Where's my sleeping bag? Did my sleeping bag get fucking deleted? What? Huh. Oh, there it is. The Siba. Fucking. Yeah, I've actually thought about, like, so Netherians run like hot compared to most others. Overworlders run like about the same as like your average, person IRL. About 98 degrees Fahrenheit is like a healthy body temperature, and Darians run slightly cold. Yeah. Walking Ferni. I don't even need all this wood, it's just deforestation. It's just a deforestation stream right now. Chat, we're just doing a deforestation stream. Deforestation and getting a live reaction from the chat about while they read the fic. I would argue that's a pretty good day. Yeah, yeah. Oh, looks like Concha's stream ended. Hi, Pash. Hi, Pash. Welcome in. Camp is live reacting. I'm just doing deforestation. I've ripped out a good chunk of this dark oak forest. Let's see. So here's the wider forest. Here's everything I have been tearing apart. Good chunk. Yeah, my poor axe. Let's see. Yeah, here's how much dark oak wood I've been getting. Just destroying nature, as a treat. I'm allowed to do that. I just needed to get like a bunch of material, because I am low-key I was out of dark oak a bit ago. At least I'll never run out of dark oak. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised at how much dark oak I can burn through. You would be surprised. Besides, I might as well just get a bunch of wood for later. Also, I see that Wandering Tides has ended for the day. How was it? I need to be put down? Why do you need to be put down? Please don't get put down. I would prefer you not. Yeah, I was there for like a little bit of it. We had more Pharaoh lore, which is so much fun. I see. Yeah, I was there for like a chunk of the lore. I like tapped in, checked some stuff, redeemed a few boons, and then skedaddled. I have not kept up with Wandering Tides at all, so unfortunately, I'm probably not going to keep up too much at this point unless I feel like watching back. Like, the moment I kind of, like, am not able to catch up, I kind of... Warnings is trauma? What do you mean, Camp? Which thing are you referring to? I passed the chapter. Now I'm at the finale. Yay! Can you believe we finally hit the finale of the first fic, the arc's first fic? Only took me a year and a half. Finale of Pain and Agony. Horrors, horrors, it's just all horrors. Alright, I think this is enough Dark Oak for now. I think it's enough for now. Ooh, look at this cave! Oh, this is pretty! Oh! Let's do a little exploring, as a treat. Just a little exploring. Oh, pretty. Ooh, cool. What the hell, man? Yeah. History lesson, I guess. Yeah. Ooh, cave. Oh yeah, there is a little bit of history in there, isn't there? Ooh, do I need more copper? I think I'm good on copper, honestly. Well, I have to put, like, history somewhere in there. I didn't write massive lore and entire backgrounds of the entire world just to not have it be implemented and talked about somewhere in my writing. What am I supposed to do? Just not talk about the history of this world? Am I supposed to just not talk about the history? Exactly. I think the world should have been written to be so old and full of so many details, but there ain't no details. There was not enough world building. The fuck is that, a creeper? Yeah, there's a creeper over there. I don't even need copper, but fuck it, I guess we're getting copper. Ooh, iron. Need that. That. God bless world building. Exactly. What kind of writer would I be if I didn't add crazy world building? In this case, God bless. Let's see, where is this? Oh, it's directly under me. Anything worth getting down here? Okay, a little bit. I'll explore it a bit. But yeah, so much lore. I've been planning this lore for how long? A while. I love lore. I love making lore. Just like, this is my house now. This is my house of lore now. Who doesn't love lore? Exactly! Oh, 2 chests. Nice. Gonna need this pot for later. Gam needs the rails. Hitch up with Bliss Concha lore recently. Yeah? How's that going? Like, I'm not trying to keep up at all with Bliss lore, frankly. I just don't have the spoons to keep up. A lot of questions? That's fair. When isn't there questions? It is conscious lore. Let's see. Ooh, there's Deep Dark. Okay, I'm over here. I can dig straight down. Ooh, my iron now. Maybe I should make an upgrade real quick, because my bag is clearly struggling. One up this. One, two, three, four. I love having so much, like, just too many fucking gold blocks. It's so great. Gonna put it down here. And boom, we now have twice the space. Nice. Ooh, redstone, need all that. Whoa! Drop off into the caves. I'll take the gold. Oh, that's an ancient city right under us. Okay, I guess we're going to an ancient city. Fuck it, we're going to an ancient city today. Okay, alright. I'm down for that. I'm down to go to an ancient city. You know, like a rational person. Woohoo! I guess we're in an ancient city now. It's always interesting when ancient city intersects with lush caves. It's always interesting when it happens to do that. Finally, another Swift Sneak. I'm gonna keep this and I'm gonna give it to Siba if she ever logs on. I have to give Siba the Curse of Knowledge book. I can't not give Siba a book that is literally called Curse of Knowledge also. I'm gonna put Swift Sneak on my pants. Because I already have Swift 2, but I can finally get Swift 3. Bada bing. And Swift Sneak 3. Yippee. Look at this, like, generation. These plants just, like, are all over the place. Ah, there's those little, like, mushroomy looking things. Life and Skulk, indeed! channeling. Let's take bones, candles. That's pretty decent, how? My sword actually has an enchantment now that, what is it? I get extra XP when I kill mobs with it. So, I was able to get to like level 80 or something the other day. It's really handy. Oh, I love Swift Sneak. Oh, Swift Sneak, my blood. That's pretty OP. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's hella overpowered. It's a very overpowered enchantment, I'll be so real. Do I have any wool at all? I have a small amount. A pitiful amount. I'd like to not wake up the warden. That would be preferable. Ooh. Ooh, God apple. Swift 3. Take the free bottle. Ooh, diamonds. Why are they always, like, right here? Oh, there's one Shrieker. Not keeping a curse of binding. There's two. Really? Not even looking. Yep, that's 4. Shit, 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 shit. Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Crap, 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 crap. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Out. Okay. Alright, we're cool. We're fine. We're good. We're great. But fire resistance. Okay. I'll put that on my helmet. I'd love to have permanent fire resistance. Immunity to fire. Awesome. Cool. But hey, we survived a warden. There's just a warden down there if I ever go back. That went well. We don't need this. It's just cursed pants. Yeet. No, wait. Turn off. You know, Cam, since you're aware now, how you feeling? How you feeling about everything, huh? You are now aware. You are now aware of the horrors. It's mine. This is here. Oh, I am aware, alright. Yep. Pash is known for a hot minute. Pash has been aware for a while. Because Pash figured it out. We've just got 3 cooking pots over here. Not that we even need the cooking pots, considering we have, like, some of the best food items in the game. What about a pan? Why would we need a pan when we just have cooking pots? Isn't that just the same? Also, if anyone needs a pan, they can always just get it. What about variety? We don't really need a pan, we've got cooking pots. Like, sure, I could get pans, but I'd rather just use cooking pots. It's easier to just have cooking pots. I'm gonna go to Hopper 3. Well, it's your world, your choice. Exactly. I mean, if anyone else wants to put a pan down, they can. Nothing's stopping them from getting a pan. Yeah, like over here I've got my own little kitchen. I've got a pot, empty if I want a pan. Got this. Got this. Oh, I should probably take that out. It's 1 AM, so I'm going to sleep. Have a lovely stream. Bye, Pash. Have a good night. Night-night. Let's see, yeah, over here. I've got also, like, some furnaces over here so I can cook still. Got all this. I think what I'm gonna do next is, among other things, like, gonna make cooking garden underneath the... under here. I'll just, like, use this, spot down here, I think. So, unfortunately, Zet's bed has to move again. I love this just curse of knowledge, take damage when gaining XP. That's wonderful. That's amazing. That is truly the Seba curse ever. Gonna turn this on. Imagine throwing XP at... oh god. Oh, that would be terrible. That would be terrible. That would be a great prank, too. Things for later. Ugh. Hang on, bot. Oh, banned. Thank you, Zet! Zet, the ultimate lurker. I think under this, I'll probably go at least 2 layers down. Whoop. That way there's a good amount of, like, room for everything else. God, this is so much easier. This is so much easier. Out of curiosity, Camp, do you have questions? You weren't. I know you weren't there. You weren't. La la la. You missed the stream with the yapping. Do you have any questions? Because right now we're just building and working on underground gardening, so not much is going on. God, imagine how long this would have taken without hammering. Oof. What is the process of... Well, the eye thing, Camp, the eye thing. You don't exactly want someone awake when you're doing the whole, like, doing the horrors. Yeah, yeah, that's what it means. I've been actually, if you look at a lot of the art I've done of just the hybrids, there's purposeful mirroring. Every art of the trio, the eyes all mirror each other. Yep. Yeah, like the eye parallels, like I've always done it in like all the arts, including like the initial one that like was used in lore, and then just like all the animatics, and then just any character art. So that has to do with just how do I put this? This has to do with just the fact that the gods will. So okay. So there have been people who came before the current generation of people. And because of those people and different things, the gods put purposeful limits so that the bodies of the current people cannot naturally take a second dimension's powers. The gods have like long since purposely limited just what the people can do. And because of that limit, there are only so many things they can do to change what is basically already a completed design. It's kind of like trying to go into a computer and change like hardware parts that are already soldered in. So rather, and because the way that the individual's bodies are kind of like made, built, they can't just, you kind of can't, how do I put this? It also allows them more time to adjust. Because if you just throw an entire essence just into a person, there's a non-zero chance that they would go through excruciating agony. And the gods, because of their immutable nature, they can't just make a half essence happen. They just can't split an essence down the middle. So the people are basically a medium where essence can be split into halves. So the people have can be split in two, but the gods aren't able to just do that. It has to do with the gods having just like for fuck's sake, why is there so many bots today? It has to do with choose. Where is Dan? It has to do with just how the gods, they can do things, but they also can't. There are just things they can and can't do. The alternative to the eye exchange basically would be melting their bodies down into like the basics. Kind of like how a caterpillar, it melts its body down into organic goo to change into a butterfly. That's kind of the alternative that the gods are left with. Either let them keep their bodies as they are and just let them adjust slowly, or melt them down into like goop like a butterfly. in order to be able to let them have 2 full doses of essence. Like, I don't... It's not horror for just horror's sake, it's... like, what the gods do and don't tell. It's what they don't tell by lying by omission. Like, the gods just straight up aren't telling them some things. There are some things they're just not gonna tell the trio. Bro just woke up. Bro just woke up by chance. Just... It just happened. He wasn't supposed to, he just kinda did. Bro just all luck, yeah. He got kind of unlucky there. But hey, you guys get lore. You guys got the lore. You guys got a bit of lore. But yeah, he just got unlucky. It's kind of like wake it up when you under anesthesia. Lore at his expense, exactly. Get lured, lore boy. Yeah. Yeah, that has to do with the fact that each of the gods had, like, a part that they... So when they create people, when people were created, what is it? The gods each had a part that they created in individuals. So when they created people, Rin gave them their minds, Boba created their bodies, and Siba gave them their souls. So Rin, as goddess of mind, is able to just kind of yoink out memory. So they won't remember a damn thing. And, like, it's also... like, the reason for it is also to do with, like, showing what the gods will lie about by omission, what they won't... like, what they will tell and what they won't tell you. Like, they do tell some things, but also, if it's more convenient, they'll just not tell the trio jack shit. Run that out. Like, they consider it more valuable to not let the people know that there used to be generations before them. It's generally better for people to not know that there was a generation before them that got wiped out. By the gods at that. Fuck. Wrong pickaxe. Fuck. More skeletons. I really gotta light this place up. I gotta do it before... Yeah. Like, for example, like, Endarians, they will spend their entire lifetimes trying to figure out where did these structures, cities, everything come from. But they'll never know. They'll never figure it out, because there's just nothing to, like, it's basically having language, but they don't have any kind of Rosetta Stone. Like, there's no way to translate what is left. They just cannot translate what there is. If there's any text left, they can't translate it. Because it's just a language that is so long since gone that no one's going to be able to figure it out. Because how do you read a language that no one can understand? Like, how do you read a language that has no living speakers or readers? You just kind of can't. So there are Endarians out in the world who are trying to understand this language that has no speakers, no readers, no one who can understand it, and they'll never be able to understand it because there's just no Rosetta Stone, there's no way to read it. And that's on purpose. The only place you're going to find the only people who do understand it would be the gods, because, you know, they created those people. Like, why would the gods want there to be any way to understand that there was people before the current generations? And, like, the only way you'd be able to get someone who could read it would be to talk to the souls of the dead. Like, the only way you'd be able to do that if the dead spoke. God. Well, they wouldn't be very happy. I mean, they could, considering how there's just not really any remaining literature, there's no way to translate it, because this is entirely separate sets of people. This isn't just like, oh, this is looking around and finding, like, remnants of the Greeks. This is just, there is no middle ground between these languages. Like, there is no middle ground between any of these languages. Like, there are Endarians who will spend their entire lives trying to translate this language, but they will never be able to, because the gods don't want them to. Dinosaurs and humans language barrier? Pretty much. But yeah, like, they're just never going to be able to understand the language. And like what does remain, what is around, is quite well hidden. What books they did right were taken by Rin. She has hidden them. She took them, she hid them, she keeps them. So there's no books left, but there is still, like, art. Their structure still exists, the ancient cities still exist, the end cities, the bastions. Yeah. Well, when it comes to, for example, like, in KSMP, there's the concept of the world having a pillar. It's kind of just used in the Nether, but I'm applying it to all 3 dimensions, that each dimension has a pillar. And this pillar, if it were to fall, the dimension just collapses in on itself. And at the end pillar, Rin keeps all of the, like, countless books, just an inconceivable amount of knowledge, books, writing. It's all kept at the end pillar. It is the Dragon's Hoard. It is the Dragon's Hoard. But isn't it in the Nether for having ceilings? Look, I'm doing my own thing. All the dimensions get a pillar now. So decreed I. Because I think that's cool. I think that's one of those things that's just woefully untouched in the series. Like, what do you mean the dimension has a pillar? This is my playground now. I'm writing the rules. All these blanks, I'm gonna fill them. This is my house now. Who's gonna stop me? How much cobblestone did I pick up? There's too much. God, how much cobble did I pick up? $3,000 apparently? Yeah. A lot. It's a lot of cobble. It's too much. I've got all this cobble now. Guess I'll never need cobble again, I guess. Who needs cobblestone? Not me, I've got too much. It's all too much. Okay. How much dirt do I have? A good amount. Gonna put dirt. But yeah, lots. The lore for the fic is going to go into some of the things that just didn't get any concepts or any attention in the main series, because I think there is some stuff that could have really, you know, done this thing or that thing or that thing. We're going to give each dimension. I'm going to give each dimension a pillar because I think that it makes more sense to for all three to have a pillar than just like the Nether specifically is the only one that has this kind of thing going on. And how the gods like use the pillars for themselves. That'll be something for later as well. Yeesh. Like, I want to go into, like, all kinds of stuff, like, what is it? Okay. How... It is interesting to, like, when I was watching the series, while it was happening, it's interesting how we have exactly 3 perspectives on the gods. That's the thing, we have 3 perspectives on the gods. Only 3. We've got Mu's, Circe's, and Concha's. And 2 of those perspectives are overwhelmingly positive. Only 1 of them is negative. And I want to kind of like go into why, for example, like Concha's is so overwhelmingly positive. Like, why, like, what reason is there to be scared of the overworld goddess? Because I think the terror that she probably brought is not touched on as much as it could be. God's errand boy again? Worse, because this time he's God's favorite. God's favorite and errand boy. Like, I want to go into stuff like, how did the gods, you know, create this loyalty in the trio? Like, how do gods make 3 otherwise pretty rational, like, young teenagers into the most unwavering soldiers? Because that's what the 3 of them are. They're soldiers. Like, the KLOI, they're not just like... They're not anything. They're the gods' perfectly trained soldiers. They're enforcement. They're the eyes for the gods when the gods aren't there. And that's fucking terrifying. Like, think about how you have to create that loyalty. How you would even create that loyalty in the first place. Wrong block. Like, how, like, what were they taught? What were they told? How did they get, what kind of training was given to them that allows them to do whatever feats they did? How was the belief to eradicate witches instilled in someone like, for example, Kekancha, who is, all things considered, quite soft? Yeah. Like, in what was it, the 15th chapter, the thought of someone getting murdered just freaks him the fuck out. So how do you get from any kind of murder is bad to, okay, I guess we're doing killing now? Because it's not just point A, point B, it's slowly getting to that point. Like, how did they get to that point? What got them to that point? What drove them to get to that point? What kind of propaganda, what rhetoric, what was, like, instilled in them? Because may I remind, they're teenagers throughout the first arc. They're not even adults. And they're suddenly being told, real reason was the friendship he made along the way. But it's like all these little things that, you know, drive them to do everything that they did. It's not just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this because XYZ, it's also... It's also just like, what led them to willingly do, you know, horrific shit? What drove them to willingly do horrific shit? Because, like, we all say, oh, I would never do XYZ thing, but anything can be done if you just frame things correctly. You can frame anything in a way that would allow you to overstep your morals. Yeah. And, like, the reason Kekancha can eventually do it is different than the reason that Gorb is very willing to do it, because Gorb's reasoning is very different. Because Gorb actually has a very different reason for his doing of things than, for example, like Concha or Saturn will have. And there's also, like, the gods are going to be very different with each of them. There's reasons why, what is it? Why Boba's willing to allow XYZ and make Gorb an exception to rules. Like, it's not just like exploration of Arcane is something the people aren't supposed to do. It's also like the god said that any exploration should be considered criminal. And anyone stepping outside of XYZ, it's like, you know, they're doing crime. Bro, what the fuck is the sound outside? What the hell? But there's a reason for each of them to... Anomaly and surviving? Elaborate what you mean, Camp? If you could. Yeah. He got very close to death, but just barely didn't. He just barely didn't die. And there's a reason why he survived. There's reasons. Just gotta get to the point where I can talk about the reasons. Water bucket. How far does this go again? Okay, like that. Does what go? Oh, I'm looking at how far I need to put water. Don't worry. I was just looking up where water goes in order to get the most range. According to the internet, it's 9 by 9. Probably make a water source. Whoops! Whoopsies! Wrong pickaxe. Whoopsies. Always have a few extra buckets. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fuck is that up there? Who is in my base? Hello? Who's you? Red merchant. Oh. Oh, you're a ballistics guy. Thanks. Okay, I guess I'll take some. Sure. Hey, Mr. Ballistics Man. Sure, thanks. Chaos might like this. Alright, now, get off my property. I'm just gonna shove this in here for now. Anyway, Camp, do you have any other particular questions out of curiosity? I'm always happy to try and answer questions. I love it. I love talking. I love talking and yapping. I'm a yapper. What can I say? Do I have? I do. Two, three, four. I don't really understand. Oh, you mean the... yeah. In all fairness, the fake hasn't gotten a chance to really explore it too much. But there isn't... we haven't really had a chance to just explore it all that much, in fairness. Is there anything in particular? I should get my silk pick out. I also need to just take this cobble. How does it work? What is it? Energy form, life force. So how do I? All right, I think I've thought a little bit about this because like I do have to like detail this. Da, 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 da. So I have like I do have a build of this actually to explain it with my building server. I would probably need to get a diagram out for this. Arcane's kind of like a lot of things. It's kind of everything at once. So, gosh, what's the best way I can put this? Like, Arcane is magic, obviously. And the main thing is that it is limited by a person's faction. When it comes to the arcane, there's only so much someone of each faction can like actually do. And it's limited by which faction you fall under. When the gods were first born, let's just say born, they popped into the world. When they popped into the world, a part of the arcane that exists in the world went to each one of them. They sort of like took a claim of a fraction. Oh, there's a cave up here. Ah, shit, I'm gonna have to deal with this, aren't I? I'll deal with it later. So, how do I... Gosh, I should probably get a diagram out. Yeah. It's kind of... So Arcane is... Arcane has always existed and always will exist. I think the best way to... How do I put... When it comes to Arcane, each of the gods has part of it that they reign over. Kind of like how in like Greek myth and stuff, like Demeter is like the harvest and stuff, Zeus is the sky and lightning. There is part of Arcane that each of the gods like reigns over. And the people under them have access to that stretch of power. In like rough percentages, Boba has about 85% of the arcane abilities overall. Seba's is about 10%, and Rin's is like 5%. So the abilities of the people reflect how, like, where the gods kind of sit in this percentage. Like gods and patrons, I think. Like, Overworlders have the biggest, like, access. They can do functionally anything. Like, there is very little that an Overworlder can't do that of the arcane. And that's because Boba has just a lion's share of power over everything. Yeah, magic, arcane, it's the same thing, it's just they used arcane instead of calling it magic. Like, Overworlders, basically they're the only ones who could do healing magic and the like. Like, if I say magic, I also mean arcane. If I say arcane, I also mean magic. Like, for example, you will never find a Netherian who can heal. You will never find an Endarian who can throw, like, fire. Or do any kind of magic with, like, elements. Invisible force of magic in a nutshell, yeah. And you can kind of get branches based on your faction. You can access the branches of Arcane based on faction stuff. But Arcane also acts as kind of like a secondary life force battery that you can only that a essence allows you to access. So if you have an essence, your body is constantly able to process the arcane and use it kind of like a secondary battery of life. So if you get, for example, a very serious injury, you can get back up from it in like a relatively short amount of time. If you have a lot of arcane, essences, mana, I'll be so real, I have no idea what mana is in, like, fantasy terms and stuff, so I'm just gonna kinda nod my head at that. I am surprisingly not super in touch with a lot of fantasy stuff, but essence kind of exists in all the dimensions, and there's always an amount you can access. But if you're in your home dimension, like, you will, for example, be able to recover from, like, a fatal injury much quicker. But you can still, like, access the nature of essence in any other dimension. It's just faster in your native dimension. Or magic man is everything in the world. I see. But yeah, it's kind of part of it is that I'm working with, like, part of the problem is that I'm working with lore that I think didn't get as much thought. Bobas can actually do pretty much anything. Bobas, like, Overworlders, they're weird. They can kind of just do whatever the fuck they want, and that's kind of the scary part about them. They can do whatever the fuck they want, and it's a problem. Because despite... Yeah, pretty much. Overworlders are kinda the jack of all trades with any magic. They can do whatever they want, pretty much. And that's why they're kind of the scariest, and have the most, like, restriction when it comes to Arcane. Pretty much any rule around Arcane is based on the abilities of Overworlders. God damn it. Guess they gotta have something, if not great strength or natural abilities. How do you mean? Oh, right, because of the secondary stuff. Though Arcane is their natural ability. Yeah, true. So when it comes to the abilities of the factions, I've had to think a lot about, like, okay, what does an essence do? Like, aside from basically be the building block for you to be able to do Arcane, what the fuck does it do? What the fuck is the purpose? Like, I'm gonna be so real. Like, what's the purpose? Oh my god, how is this still off? Like, what the fuck is the purpose? What does it do if not Arcane? Yeah, like, we don't see anything much of Essence. We don't, like, It's introduced in season 3 and gets no explanation. Like, where did this come from? Like, what do you mean this is a factor of the world that's supposed to have been here since the start, and now it's getting introduced? Hello? Like, what? Like, what do you mean now we're being taught about this? We've been in the most arcane dimension. Yeah. It's just like, where did this come from? Why is this only now being introduced? I think it just has to do with the fact, like, they were ending the series and stuff. I don't know. But it's just kind of like, okay, where did this come from? Why is there not more detail? Why have we not talked more about this? Why is this only being introduced now? I've never watched it, that's fair, don't worry. You're fine. But they don't, like, multiple concepts just get thrown in during season 3. Gods, arcane, essence, hybrids, extended mythology. The worlds used to be, like, able to intersect. This is all introduced in season 3. This is stuff that had no setup in the previous seasons. So there are exactly 9 episodes to build on that, and it's only built on in, like, a few perspectives. Namely Cersei's and Concha's. Those are the only ones that actually build on these concepts. Like, do you know how wild that is? Like, do you know how fucking wild that is to think about? Just like, what do you mean? This is a factor of the world, and it's only being introduced in the 3rd season. If the Hyperpeer doesn't live in the concept, who will? Yeah, it's just like, there are so many concepts that are just introduced in the 3rd season that had no build-up. Like, there's not even, like, any kind of mythology building in the 3rd season. Like, you're telling me that... Guys, can we talk about the fucking historical erasure that is therefore canon? Can we talk about historical erasure for a minute? Can we talk about historical fucking erasure? Can we talk about historical erasure that is, by proxy of no discussion, canon? Like, concepts are introduced in the 3rd season. Like, what do you mean there was, like, probably a century or two where the hybrids were running around killing an entire group of people? They were eradicating witches from the face of the earth, and there's no mythology? There's no stories? Like, what do you mean there's basically no surviving stories? What do you mean the concept is completely new? How can the concept be completely new here? Like, that implies unprecedented levels of, like, historical erasure. That's like, if we found out winners write the history, that, like, yeah, except we still know about, like, things that happen. We know still, like, a decent amount of history. Like, that's kind of like if we found out about, like, I don't know, a founding father centuries after or something. That's like finding out about a massacre that occurred centuries ago with just no, like, indications in the history books. There's just no indicators. That's the problem. There's not even half-truths. Like, if you have the concept of there were demigods who used to run around the world killing witches, look me in the eye and tell me there wouldn't be some kind of like a mythology or scary bedtime story to kids. You better go to bed or else the hybrids are gonna get you. Ooh, if you don't go to bed, the hybrids are gonna get you. If you're out at night too late, the hybrids will get you. Like, why would like if these are terrifying figures who did awful crimes, then surely there should have been, for example, just stories that are told to kids about, oh, there used to be, if you're not good, the hybrids are gonna come and get you. If you're naughty, then you're gonna get taken away in the night. Like imagine what you could have done if you had one of the characters, like any of the overworld characters, like Cab, if you had Cab go, "Wait, I heard stories about this as a kid. You're one of the figures that was in the stories I heard as a kid?" And like consider if you took that and that's the inspiration that became like the inspiration for why. And then us meeting Concha would be more judgy. Exactly. Like, imagine the kind of character you could have had where, like, Cab's like, oh, you're the person who you're like, the stories that I heard as a child about the things you did, the adventures you went on, the good you did, that's what inspired me to want to be XYZ. But there's nothing of that. It's just like, hybrids. Go. And just like, where's the build-up? Where's any build-up? Where's any detailing? Where's any of it? Like, the character of Linku was very right to be wary. Like, hi, I'm a hybrid. Yeah, hi, this is a hybrid. No elaboration. Like, no historical anything. I did XYZ, yeah. It's just no history. There was no world building. There was no, here's the extended world lore. Here's how things used to be. Here's the the true story of the witches who were eradicated. Like, the history of the witches is like falls upon a witch hunter, which is Mu, and one of the last surviving witches, which is Cersei. Like, that is like unprecedented levels of historical erasure. Like, do you think about like how insane that is? Like, that's the kind of shit you write for like if that was done with actually intentionally, that could have been like such a crazy thing to like reveal. Like, oh yeah, we did do that. Or, oh yeah, this used to be how things were. But just where? You know, it's just like, this could have been so much more. used to be like this, not anymore, and they kept it from you. Yeah. Like imagine the store, like the things that could have been done if they had like more time and everything. Like how much time got was allowed. There just wasn't enough time to tell these stories. Like, why did this happen? What was the reason for this? What good did it do? One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. And just like, again, the historical erasure. Like, even with historical erasure, we still know about, like, some of the horrific things that have happened in history. Even with attempts to, like, wipe people out, there's still stories that are told that exist. We still know about this and this and this and this. So it's just where was all this? And like there's also just like the elephant in the room that is, so people used to have like animal traits and stuff, and it seems part of that is like changed by having an essence going on. So like how do some characters have like horns? How are there overworlders who had like horns and animal traits? That much is just kind of like inconsistent. Like Concha? Actually, like Rice. There was a character in season 1 named Rice. She was a ram. She was a ram girl. And then there was like Woogians, also in season 3. He's just a whole ass bear. He's just a bear. He's just a fucking polar bear. Like, where does that tie into everything? They seem like small population groups. Yeah. But it's like, okay, do these traits rely on, are these just genetic traits by faction, or are they like dependent on an essence? Like, what exactly is a trait that is expressed because is it basically epigenetic and depends on having an essence to work, and which are traits that don't require an essence? All of this is vague. When did the music stop? Hang on. I'll turn off Soulless for now. What do we got? We got Diamond Cave. Yippee! Like, also, let's talk about how I think the series would have benefited greatly from horror. I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Horror. Horror. We need... This series would have been great if it had horror. Like, come on, think of the body horror. Think of the body horror. Body horror. I should really plant things. I'm down here anyway. Why am I not planting something? Hang on. Ah, the horrors. Exactly! I need some cabbage. Doo-doo-doo. Probably gonna need to get more lamps down here soon. But yeah, the horrors. Guys, the horrors. Damn, I do not have these. Do I have some seeds? I do. Oh, for the love of... Another bot. Ban? There we go. I have cabbage seeds! Yippee! Gonna plant some tomatoes too. We don't need flax. I need to make a space for rice. Okay, is there anything else I need to grab? Probably some carrots. And I guess I'll make some potatoes. Anything else? I think I threw out most other things that I could grow. I love gardening in the dark. We're having so much fun gardening in the dark. I'm probably gonna need to get more light. That's fine. I'll get it. Let's see how many more lights I need to get. But like, there's all these things that just kind of didn't really get many lore details to them, you know? And that's like really sad to like look back on. It's like there could have been all this world gardening in darkness in the same sentence. Exactly. I love gardening in the terrible dark. I just gotta... Ugh, I've got so much I gotta put down. Look at all this brick I have to put up. Ugh, I do this to myself. But yeah, Arcane's kind of just magic that has a lot. I remember there was this one video I watched about the history of the creation of elements. Elements as in like chemical elements and stuff. And there was a thing like some decades ago where there was someone who faked the creation of an element. It had to do with like radioactive decay and like how elements, when they, like some elements, they are just too unstable to exist. So they'll like exist for only so long. Like you can smash two atoms together, but eventually you just can't make them. They're just not, you can't make enough of them. And one of the analogies that was used for this was when you have these elements, you kind of run into this issue of there's kind of a zone of stability. There's like a certain level at which elements can be created stably. And when there's like the island where you stand, where you start, you go out a little bit and you can still create elements. Then you kind of go into like this middle, this just into the ocean, into a metaphorical ocean of instability where things just kind of decay and cannot really be made. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was like it's like a really good documentary on it. But I kind of liken Arcane in a way to the analogy used in that there is like a certain threshold before you get to basically instability in Arcane. Because sure, someone can study Arcane, but they go too far out into the ocean of study, they slowly kind of go mad. And like every time someone so too much Arcane makes you crazy. Yes. So there is like, yes, you can study it safely, but you also have to account for, are you going too far into your study? Because there is kind of a threshold where eventually you kind of start to go off your rocker. And there's not really a specific line. There's not like, oh, you only do this much and then you go crazy. It varies from person to person, and that variability is kind of where it's very risky. Because you don't really know where you are in that until you're already, like, kind of too far gone. It's your own limit, yeah. And some people have higher limits. So while some people have, like, for example, a normally pretty low limit, or they have a pretty... The people who practice Arcane, their limits are actually a lot higher, because they slowly kind of build up over time. And then when two people, for example, who practice have a baby, that baby basically has exponentially greater potential. And that also makes them equally dangerous, because they not only have a higher limit, they have just a different... They can just do more. Too impossible to achieve in a lifetime, yeah. Yeah. So, I do plan to, like, incorporate the concept of the academies, where people did train and there was arcane practice allowed. But that's going to come much later, and it's going to... I do want to talk about, like, different concepts, like, okay, what is the difference between how much the hybrids can do versus what your average person, like, practitioner versus your average witch? Because a witch is just, more than anything, someone who is not following the laws, the limits set by the gods, and kind of just doing whatever they want without caring about the risk that it may pose to others. Oh god, I've hit the... I found the outside, oh god. Shit. the outside world. Oh god. Don't make me go out. But yeah, there's just like the arcane is something that is very it does have its dangers. There is a point where it does become like exponentially more dangerous. And for the most part, most people shouldn't be fiddling around with it too much. Because it does pose danger. If you go too far, eventually you lose yourself. And it does, I do want it to be an aspect that causes body horror. I think it should cause body horror, as a treat. Well, a treat for me. For you guys, for anyone who reads, it's not a treat. It's just the horrors. Like, I say treat, I mean unimaginable horrors. Is a pretty good consequence for magic? Yeah. And then there's just some witches who just use it for their own selfish reasons and use it to cause harm. There's a lot of things that can get labeled witchcraft and being a witch. But regardless of where it is, it's just, it does have danger to it. Like, the hybrid's threshold is going to be a lot higher in general. Just because they're the hybrids, they're gonna be given a bit better means and a lot more leeway in training. They're gonna be taught a lot better. They're gonna actually have, like, you know, an idea of where their own thresholds are. And here, I think this is fine enough to talk about, but the gods aren't immune, like, they're not immune to this effect either. Like, Siba and Rin, they don't have the same amount of arcane access as Boba does. And unfortunately, that means most of the consequences of any arcane stuff does show the most on the overworld goddess. But rather than it being very physical, the effects are more mental. You know, that's gonna be fun to try and get to. Mental health or enemies? As But you know, I've got lots of plans I want to do, these little ways that this and this and this and that. Like, the gods are above most things, but they're not beyond all aspects of the world. They are as much a part of the world, and they are tied to the world. If things happen to them, it's kind of trenches for everyone. And the gods kind of have to exist, because the gods are why the portals exist. So if the gods were gone, that means the portals are gone too. So you can't exactly have the world and not the gods. And I think that's something that's kind of not really, I don't know, talked about? Like, so the power that the gods have depends, like the power that the people have is dependent entirely on the gods' gift. Like the gods giving it to the world. So what about like how that affects like everything else? So do the gods just like, if the gods were to die, would the world fucking end? What happens? Well, for one thing, we kind of see what happens when there's not gods. People... I mean, the main story of, like, KSB, there's no gods. So the dimensions aren't connected. They've been separated for presumably centuries now. So the Nether has... yeah. Like, the end has got... like, by the time, like, the main series is, like, in swing, the end is hyper-strict, authoritarian. The Nether, people are maybe reaching 40 at fucking most. The average age in the Nether is, like, 40s. And the overworld, well, the overworld's just fucking fine. The overworld's just dandy. But the other dimensions, without, like, cross-dimensional access, they're suffering. No gods, no portals. The isolation starts to become very much a problem. Like, these dimensions, they rely on each other. And it's just... all this. Like... we don't see any cannibalism, but there's probably quite a bit of cannibalism. In the Nether. Like, the overworld just is bountiful. They don't have to deal with anything. They're kinda soft like that. The overworld's fucking soft like that, bro. Like, the overworld's just soft. Like, what struggles do overworlders have? Nether's harsh? Yeah. Like, the Nether is harsh, but, like, at least you can kinda survive there. But in the end, if you can't teleport, you're dead. You're fucked. If you can't get from island to island, you're cooked. And that's not even talking about how cold it gets. The end is, frankly, inhospitable. Bro, we don't even need all this gardening. We have crazy food supplies, but here I am. I have created a massive underground garden. But yeah, it's just like the end. It's just all this and more and all these little things that like just didn't get explored. And I don't know, I'm just always sad about that to think about. Yeah, any other particular questions? Because I'm mostly just building otherwise and finishing this up. How dark is it in here? It's fucking pitch black. Yikes. Gonna need so much more light. I might need to move everything over so there's at least like a space between everything. Ugh. Chandelier? I mean, I can, but not really room on the ceiling for a chandelier. Yeah, I might... I mean, I could, like, move... At least move it over by one, because at least most of the farmland is done, so I don't have as much I have to worry about. Because I think like a single line of stone would kind of look nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Definitely don't need this pickaxe. This can move over. I forgot that carrots do that. They just pop. They all just pop. Without light, yep. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 4. Cool. At least I didn't plant too many things, I just planted a few. So not too much is lost. And I haven't even put the water down for those over there. Never too late. Exactly. Like, we don't even, like, look, we don't even need all these vegetables. We don't, because this is 24 saturation. Bro, another bot. That's like the 4th one today. Damn. Yes, no, I do need a pickaxe. I don't need a sword. I don't need my sword right now. Wrong pick. I'll have to move this over by one. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oop. So that's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. One, two, three, 4. Like, I'm just making the most massive crop farm when we don't even need it. Truly, we are the most plentiful nation. One of these I'll turn into wheat. So we do need wheat. I usually need wheat. This nation will never starve. Check. I've admittedly been taking a bit of a break from, like, writing, because I wasn't expecting to, like, you know, throw the, like, 2 whole chapters up at, just, like, out of nowhere. And then we did. I wasn't expecting it. So I've kind of been taking a bit of a break from writing for a hot minute. But I'll get back to writing eventually. What time is it? Oof. 3, 4. I also need to. I haven't done an animatic in like a while. I want to do another animatic at some point. I just haven't had any ideas for like what do I want to do. You know, it's like, yes, I would like to do animatic, but it's like, what do I do? Like, what music do I play? What's the characters? Who's doing what? What's the thing? Am I doing all horrors? Is it all horrors? Am I doing all the horrors? I don't know. I know we do have like a tiny wheat field at the bottom where the chest monster used to be, which I have since cleaned up the chest monster. But that's kind of a pitiful wheat field. Our nation will be strong, its wheat fields shall be plentiful. We shall have great harvests and many, many feasts. Every aspect of the kingdom will look good. You damn right. I ain't the fucking builder boy for nothing. I ain't the builder ever for nothing. Oh, hang on. A little menace. He's doing crimes. No, baby, you cannot. No, you're too cute. Cat's over here. Oh. Oh. No, little mister, you can't come in. Oh, there he is. Squeaker. Squeaker ever. Okay. I need to destroy that stone anyway, it's fine. It's fine. I think the cat wants me to go give him attention, so I might start wrapping up stream soon to go give him attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attention-seeking cat? Oh, he just wants... He's looking at me. I have the door, like, partially closed, but I can see his little eyes. I can see those little eyes of his. He's just giving me his... that look with those big ol' eyes. Mm. I also need to probably start wrapping up soon, because I do, in fact, need to go eat, because I haven't eaten yet today. Is there anything else I want to do right now? Oh god, this thing is full of... My bag is full of cobblestone. I gotta go empty it. I need to get more stone anyway. Christ. Oh god, how much cobble do I have? Too much. I have too much cobble. Turn this off. Holy cobblestone indeed. Too much cobblestone. At least I got a bit of coal. Like, what in the holy hell? What in the coal shortage? I don't even know if this is gonna be enough coal. Probably not. I mean, I do have all that, I do have all this wood. One coal is 8 stone, I think. That's cool! I don't think it's gonna be enough. That's probably not gonna be enough. I love my auto smelters. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to deal with the light situation because this is way too dark. This is too dark. I need way more light here. Because I think the plants... Yeah, I don't think that's growing right now because it's too dark. So I'm gonna need to do that. The cabbages are barely growing. They're kind of growing. But these ones over there are kind of struggling. Oh, Cat's determined. Oh, he's determined. Yeah, it might be about time for me to go take a break, go eat, give him attention, so he doesn't tear up the door. Little nerd. Little guy. Okay, is there anything else I want to do before I skedaddle for the day? I think that's everything for the day, I guess. Can't think of anything else to do. Oh, this bag. Put this in here, reshuffle that. Gonna go on ahead and switch the screen to the ending screen because I think I'm done for the night. Is anyone live? I don't think so. Not anyone that I know. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Bye-bye. Will do. Thank you everyone who was here. I hope to see y'all next time I go live. I can't think of anything else, so I hope everyone has a good night or day, whatever time is for you. So I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.